the type, falling for a toxic type of baddie, a little crazy, leave me heartsick. Like I'm like that, love him like that, like I'm like that, little psychotic, baby, you the type, falling.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Cheno Royal, aka Cheno Royal. How y'all feeling? What's good, y'all? Alright, so we're gonna dive on into it. You already know that we're gonna be doing all the disc breakdowns on the channel, the Cheno Show. Shout out. Let me know if there's any discs that y'all would like to see here in the near future. But until then, we're gonna be doing none other than my GOAT, the real GOAT, the true GOAT, Mr. J.Cole, Dreamville stand up, blah blah blah, Dreamville stand up. But you already know that we had to come correct, actually dive on into how the stuff really happened between the Drake and the Kendrick side. We're gonna be breaking down each song. I know we did a summary not that long ago, but we're gonna go ahead with the GOAT himself. But I was gonna do a breakdown of the actual song and then just give my overall just perspective of how I viewed the J. Cole side, my personal feelings about what people call the quote-unquote apology, and we'll break that down a little bit. But without further ado, let's dive on into the 7-minute drill. Let's get it.
Yeah. Turn it up. Yeah, turn the vocal up. Light work, like it's PWC. It's a cold world. Keep the heat under your seat. I got a phone call. They say that somebody dissing. You want some attention? It come with extensions. My dog like say the word. He on bullshit. He itching.
Okay, so I don't know how everybody viewed what happened with him, but in my personal opinion, just getting it off rip, I personally don't think him and Kendrick were ever beefing at any time. I just personally believe that J. Cole just got caught in the crossfire. So even just hearing this stuff, I'm like, even I've heard this so many times, and I know he got taken down, but just going off the rip, this boy had no beef with this man. It almost seemed like two brothers that didn't want to be beefing at all, and one just got caught. And even a lot of people said that, like, in the actual diss, like, there's no hard-hitting bars in here. I mean, there's some good bars in here. I'm just saying, it just sounds like he's just like, you suck, but you the best. I don't know. Like, you're a good rapper, but you suck. You suck. That's kind of how it was the entire time. But yeah, I'll let him keep going. My bad.
Then I'm putting so much work in these streets. He got pension. I told him chill out. How I look having henchmen. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the clinching. I came up in the Ville, so I'm good when it's tension. He still doing shows, but fell off like the Simpsons. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic.
Like right there, your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. Like, you know, almost like that's almost like splitting hairs, right there. Because when you think about it, it doesn't make any sense. Because, I mean, if you're going, he would have to be going off of numbers at that point. Like him, J. Cole being a wordsmith himself. Like, if you're breaking down lyrics, like, he knows for a fact that he's telling a story in almost anything he does. So, Mr. Morale, Big Steppers, not my big cup of tea. But I know that numbers-wise, it wasn't as hard-hitting, and obviously Drake touched on it in a lot of his diss tracks. But he knows that, like, it was for the culture. He knows that it was there to actually to provide a message rather than it being something to bump in the club. But I mean, hey, words speak for itself.
Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine. Now I'm front of the line with a comfortable lead. How ironic, soon as I got it, now he wants something with me. Well, he caught me at the perfect time. Jump up and see why I got here off of bars, not no controversy. Funny thing about it, bitch, I don't even want the prestige. Fuck the Grammys, cause them crackers ain't never done nothing for me. Slugs took my nigga soul, drugs took another one. A rap beef ain't realer than the shit I seen in Cumberland. He averaging one hard verse like every 30 months or something. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing.
I mean, This bar right here got me too. I mean, like I said, he had some good jabs in there. Like, they weren't bad, and especially from people that I've watched that have broke down the stuff way better than I possibly could. Keep in mind, like, you know, like, I'm giving you my personal perspective on what's actually going on right now, but he had a lot of good jabs in there. I don't want to hear about what anybody else has to think about that. Like, the man had jabs in there. It's not like he went out like a punk at all. Which, this is a good point. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing him. I mean, Kendrick drops like almost every 7 years. Exactly. No. Like, he doesn't drop that often. So it's just like, what do you expect? I mean, Drake had a couple bars too, which I'll break down even more, but he's talking about how it almost seemed like Kendrick didn't want J.Cole to, like, he's seeing how J.Cole is rising in the ranks, and like, as soon as he gets to, like, punching through the glass ceiling, so to speak, to actually become in that legendary status, like, it's almost like K-Dot doesn't want him to be up there. That was Drake's point about the whole J. Cole thing. But I believe J. Cole's on an echelon that we've never seen before, and people are just going ahead and blackballing him off rip. And it never makes sense to me, just because, like, Cole's been doing this for like a minute. Just as long as they have been. Just as long as Drake, just as long as Kendrick, and people keep saying, oh, Drake put him on, or Kendrick put him on, or Drake put on Kendrick. Like, they've all been around the same time period in the game. So that's not a talking point here.
Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga, cause I fuck with him. But push come to shove on this mic, I will humble him. I'm Nino with this thing, this that New Jack City meme. Yeah, I'm aiming at G-Money, crying tears before I busted him. Light work, like it's PWC, it's a
cold world.
Keep the heat under your seat, I got a phone call, they say that somebody dissing. You want some attention, it come with extensions. My dog like say the word, he on bullshit, he itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets, he got pension. I told him chill out, how I look having henchmen. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the conductor.
Now, very vibey. I definitely fucked with how he did switch the beat in this one, because obviously, in my personal opinion, off of like being battle rap and like being a diss, it definitely has to have that hint of battle rap in it. And I definitely love my personal opinion, I definitely love the beat switch in this one. Now, let's see how the bars like maintain in this one, because y'all need to understand, like, the bars get heavier in this back end part.
I got mixed feelings about these fucking rap niggas. It's over for that cap, the official cap pillars 2-6. We don't act niggas, we get at niggas. Shoot a nigga lights out. Yeah, my dog, stat fillers, stat stuffers, triple double, get your ass black duffel. Body bag, body bag, body bag. Cold world, your instructor for Pilates class. Get a nigga stretched if I feel a disrespect. Your arms might be too short to box with a god who live his life without the pressures of a constant facade. I pray for peace, but if a nigga sees these positive vibes, a Falcon 9 inside my pocket, bitch, this rocket gon' fly. Now it's popping outside like the top of July. My text flooded with the hunger for a toxic reply.
Right there. Called it. What'd he say? Go back. Hold up. My text flooded with the hunger for a toxic reply. So, everybody knows and was waiting, and I'm pretty sure this was right after Like That. And Kendrick was calling him out for the Andre 3K line. So, it's just like, you know, like, he's probably got his homies, probably got the whole Dreamville, everybody that he knows being like, you gotta reply to this. Like, you have to reply to Kendrick calling you out on Like That. My personal opinion, like, whether he did or he didn't, I don't think it would have changed anything in my eyes, because he still is top 3 even after this, even after what happened with how people view the quote-unquote apology. I'm gonna just keep doing the air quotations apology, because the boy didn't apologize at all, and I'll get into that right after this. But yeah, everybody was just pushing him to do this, and you can clearly see how it is, like, throughout the whole thing. Like, obviously he's keeping friendly jabs. Like, there's nothing, in my opinion, this isn't even a diss. Like, this is more of like a competitive jab. Like, this is almost like first round of like a battle rap when somebody's actually like taking like light jabs to test the water to see how things are. That's exactly how this feels.
For a toxic reply, I'm hesitant, I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm powered up for real, that shit would feel like swatting a fly. 4 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can divide. Shit, if this is what you want, I'm indulging in violence. Put pictures in my home, aim the chrome at your eyelids. Fly pebbles at your dome, we the Stone Temple pilots. This is merely a warning shot, the back nigga.
Right there. Warning shot to bat y'all down. So, you already knew he wasn't going to come tough. You already knew he was going to come light. And it even showed because he took it down. He took it down because, like, it wasn't supposed to be. He knew. He knew at a certain point after dropping this that the beef between him and Kendrick wasn't like this. It wasn't light, and it never was going to be light. So I would withdraw myself. There's no way that I would get in between two people that have beef for 10 years and that was going to get hella personal, and you knew it was going to get personal because Kendrick talked about it in other diss tracks about how serious it was and like how he's been waiting and how stuff's been brewing, and even Drake talked about it. But I definitely would pull back too, and I definitely would make amends. I wouldn't even care at a certain point. And the way he did it, like I'll talk about it here in a second.
Niggas down, back in the town where they whipping, working, traffic and pounds. My jack jumping bout a rapper making blasphemous sounds. Switching sides like the tassel on a cap and a gown. I'm fully loaded, nigga, I can drop 2 classics right now. Let me chill out, man.
Conductor.
Fall off on the way, nigga.
Hey, shout out to Fall Off though. Hey, shout out to Fall Off though, because we can't wait for that. But yeah, that 7-minute drill, still believe it was a good, lighthearted diss track. Definitely deserves more praise than what it got. But my whole J.Cole perspective, what I wanted to hint on, is that the man did something that I personally believe deserves more praise, because if I'm going to be involved in something such as a diss track or anything, like, I have to have beef for you, bro. Like, it can't be like me trying to go ahead and fake a beef with somebody, like, be, you know, like, oh yeah, friendly jab. No, if we're dissing, I have to hate you, bro. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get in something unless it's planned, and that wasn't planned. None of this was planned. No way that we'll break down first person shooter, but all this supposedly stemmed from first person shooter, at least with the whole J.Cole part, the whole Kendrick and Cole part. But nah, man, I personally believe that Kendrick probably just saw that Cole was with Drake, and Drake was probably talking a little too spicy, and then Cole was probably just, talking the way Cole has been talking here lately, where he's coming in, he knows he's in a league of his own. Like, he knows nobody can touch him. So, like, I'm going to take shots. It don't matter. And they're light jabs. Like, I'm the GOAT. Like, I'm the GOAT. I'm surrounded by GOATs. The only people that can talk to me are GOATs. So, what's the point of it? Now, moving on. And then Kendrick, drop in like that. And, calling out Cole and Drake. But Cole just seemed like a bystander. Like somebody just got hit by guilty of association at that point, and it showed. And then on, I think it was Dreamfest, like his thing that he does every year in somewhere in North Carolina, is I think he was like the headliner, and he talked about how it didn't sit well with him about how the whole thing went down, and like he's on a different level spiritually and mentally, that he feels that he needs to take that down. He needs to make amends, because he knows that it wasn't real. Like the beef, there was no beef between him and Kendrick, which is why he said that the main thing that I took from it, he said, how many of y'all think K-Dot is one of the greatest rappers alive? And everybody agreed. And then magically, somehow, people just automatically took that as that's an apology. Which, if that's an apology nowadays, man, I can just walk around and just be like, man, how many of y'all think that this person is the greatest? And then that's an apology nowadays, bro. Get the hell out of here, bro, with that stupid ass shit. Nah, bro, that's not an apology. He's just recognizing game. That's just what it is. Respect at the end of the day. And he knew that stuff was going to get way out of hand. Look at it. You know? I mean, time spoke for itself. Look at it. You know, the way stuff got way out of hand and all these allegations and like all these crazy, just random like shots being taken on each side and like having different paths or angles that they can take on a diss beef or just being in a diss battle and whatnot. But he's seen all this stuff coming, got that all off his conscience, and now there's pictures surfacing of him on a beach somewhere just chilling and not having to worry about all this stress. I'm like, man, if that is the definition, if that's the definition of a dub, I don't know what is. If that ain't the definition of a dub, I don't know what is. Because that seemed like, especially with that picture of Drake and him remaking the Lionel Messi and Ronaldo picture, like where they're playing chess, like, you know, the GOAT's playing chess. And I believe that if that's not a chess move, I don't know what is. That looks like a checkmate to me as a GOAT. He's the GOAT. I don't care what y'all say, but let me know down in the comments what y'all think. But that's my personal take on J.Cole, the 7-minute drill, and how he is involved in this beef, which I don't believe he was. I don't believe he ever should have been. I don't believe he ever was going to be. But he's still the GOAT in my eyes. Shout out Dreamville. Stand up. Cult. One day, we're going to be on the track together, my guy. But until next time, stay royal out there. Peace.
I never understand why my heart wants you. I try to say it fake, but it always true. Always coming up toxic. Stick my head in the